Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video, guys. You can see I'm smiling. My boys are playing today, so can't be any more happier. Okay guys, remember guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio alone. So do not take this as financial advice. Use it as a guide to get you motivated, to get you to the next level. Okay guys, I want to say thanks to all of our new subscribers. Thanks for liking and sharing the content. Appreciate you guys. Without you, there would be no me, because I won't have no need to do these videos if you guys wasn't watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel as we continue to grow this channel. Okay, guys? Now, with that said, guys, you know, we talk about money here, so let's get down to business, okay? Let's look at this, right? So yesterday I had the other tracker, the other different things, right? And of course, we're on a time limit today. So I like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to my regular stuff that I usually use. And you can see, guys, today because the market's closed now. It was a beautiful day of recovery. So a lot of recovery happened today in my portfolio. I don't know about in your portfolio, but in my growth account, in my Roth, in my HSA, in my daughter's Roth, in her school custodian accounts, everything looks green today. Even we just up about $1. That means we are far away from margin calls. That word is a horrible word, margin calls. Okay, but guys, as you can see, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Tesla, Google, Meta, Broadcom, Nvidia, AMD, Apple, Oracle, Microsoft, Amazon, Home Depot, who else? Cox, CVX, ExxonMobil, right? All of these companies are in the green today. So we are in good place. The portfolio, like I said, we had a lot of recovery, and I am excited about that. So I hope you guys had a lot of recovery in your portfolio. I did buy some stuff today, but we're going to talk about that later, okay? So let's look at some crypto real quick. As you can see, Ethereum is back up to 4,800 as Bitcoin trying to climb back up. Now Ethereum is up 14%, okay? 14%. Now it's showing here in the last 24 hours, 14%, which is amazing as we continue to grow this portfolio. Bitcoin is up 4% in the last 24 hours. XRP 7.42%. Solano 10.53%. Okay, that's over 10.5%. That is amazing. Okay, I do have a little smidgen of Solano. I was like, man, I need to add some stuff to my Solano portfolio, but I didn't do that. Now, I also just opened like a $10 position in Bitcoin when it was down. I think I bought at one whatever it was before, right, when it was down. I bought some shares. I got some fraction of that $160-something thousand, okay? So I'm back into Bitcoin. Because when my little coins, right, when they move up to 200,000, right, my little coins in there probably gonna be worth $50. So you know it's not a big deal, right? But it's something, okay? It's something, and that's all matter, okay? So as you can see, Shiba Inu is up 8.21% in the last 24 hours, which is amazing, okay? Uniswap is up. Uniswap is $11.56, up 13.18%. 13.18%. 13%, almost 13.5%, right? Whatever. But I mean, Uniswap is coming around, right? It's going to be around for a minute also. It's not going nowhere, right? You know, these companies like Coinbase is same. Uniswap is like Coinbase, right? They sell. You can buy and sell on their platform, and they have their own crypto also. Okay, guys. So like I said, Bitcoin 4%. The big fat man, he put on some weight. $2.33 trillion in the last 24 hours. $50 billion in the last 24 hours, right? So a lot of stuff going on in the market that caused this stuff to shoot up. Bitcoin, Shiba Inu is almost back at $8 billion, which is amazing. 354 million in the last 24 hours, right? With the Fed news and everything else, I think we're going to be okay. Now that the market is closed after hours, we're down $2.24, and hopefully it's Friday, so we're going to see what's going to happen, and hopefully this continue into next week, that the market continue to stay up, because of course next week I need to sell some positions next week. So if the market don't recover, my positions don't recover, I'm still going to end up selling. I'm not going to sell at a loss because I already collected contributions, but the difference will be I'm not utilizing my contributions, right? Because if I have to sell because I need to sell, then I'll be losing the contributions, but my actual portfolio would be good. Okay, now this is just in my Roth, right? Because I have to pick up, I have to purchase that property at the end of the month, so of course I have to start transferring funds to close on the property that your boy is trying to buy. Okay, that's all that is. Nothing more. All right, oh yeah, by the way, I did spend, I bought some Nvidia in here today. Let me see, to be exact, what did I buy? Could I just look at the notification? And they're going to show, so I bought some Nvidia, I bought some XYLD, and that's pretty much it, right? The rest of the stuff is all dividend, right? I just bought those two positions because you guys know it's a small position, small money coming into the portfolio, and we spend it, right? Of course, the actual dividend is going to show up tonight because it's not in the portfolio yet. That's why usually I don't make my weekend income video on Friday because of Fidelity. I mean, not Fidelity, because of Robinhood. The money don't show up on time into the Robinhood portfolio. So, of course, in this portfolio here, I got that dollar and something cents that I can't spend. It's just sitting there. That's why I get annoyed about fractional share. I like to put every dollar to work, and I only got one position in here. Of course, it's still down $2,000, 20%. And of course, I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to hold on to this. I might add some funds to this portfolio next week. A couple $1,000 maybe, so I can buy more. Why, my cost base is still at $60, because my actual cost base per share is $75.80 So if I can throw another $3,000 or $4,000 in here and purchase at this rate, that would bring down my cost base just a little bit. And eventually this is going to be transferred over to my other portfolio anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to keep my costs down. That's it. Okay. Now, in my cash management portfolio, we are up today $5.91. We're still down 6% in this portfolio, so it's not the end of the world, right? But we did good, almost 2% today in this portfolio. Is, for me, is decent for a small $300 portfolio. Okay. In our Boys in the Hood portfolio, as you guys can see, we up almost 1.5%, over 1.5%. That's $40 in the portfolio, which is good, right? It's more than that, but it's what it's showing over here, so we just go along with that, right? And dividend in this portfolio here right now is still at $152 a month, which is not bad for a $3,000 portfolio, and we continue to add stuff to that portfolio. Let me go back to the other one, my cash management portfolio. Let's see how much money we. So we are $26 a month in income. That is, for me, that's not bad, right? That's enough to pay. I can pay a couple bills, not together, but when I say a couple bills separately, I can pay a couple bills with that $300, and that's going to continue to pay the bills for the rest of my life. That is the great part about having these positions, because if you do it right, eventually Let me come out of it. Eventually, that money is gonna, it's gonna do big things, right? So we are up today over 3% in the portfolio, and that is amazing, right? That is amazing to be up a big time, right? In my actual portfolio, it shows 7.7%. We're up 7% in this actual portfolio today, even though this thing updated a little bit. It's not fully updated. So, but it does its best to get it close enough. But overall, I think I'm happy with the increase today, right? We're getting some of the money back that we lost the past week. And hopefully this continue on Monday. Like I tell you guys, whenever there's uncertainty, the market suffers. Now that some of the stuff is being clarified, we're good to go. Now, of course, it's showing the income of $27,000. Because they do this annually and kind of bring it back down to monthly. We already received $25,000 already, right? So, and we got this week, and then we got next week. So, of course, like I said, I'm looking at us collecting close to 40 grand, if possible. Because I'm just making my assumption based on next week, right? And then this week, plus next week and this week, on average, I'm usually putting $12,000 to $13,000. From Misty, and if Misty pay a little bit more, since Bitcoin been doing pretty good, it might help, increase that amount to about $40,000. But if not, if we do 35 grand, that is still amazing. Okay, guys. All right, into my big boy tracker here. We just going back to the income. And let's see what this guy says. Now, all of my portfolios that I pull from is in here. So, of course, this one is saying 37,000, of course, because it's doing the annual and give a calculation based on the annual, based on what I have in the portfolio. Because I made moves, buy some stuff before the dividend came in, collects a huge amount of dividend, and sold another position. So, of course, a limit is there, kind of balances itself out. But like I said, we got over 25,000. So we're gonna beat this number this month, which is amazing. Okay, guys. We down back again to 97%. We're 100% yesterday, I believe. 10 million, 10 years, 5 years. 4 million, 4.5 million, 2.1 million in 5 years. Amazing stuff, guys. So sometimes you get frustrated, right? It do get frustrating, but I tell you guys all the time, you have to take your emotion out of this, because like yesterday, I went to the gym. I went to work out. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and look at this stuff. I went to the gym, went to work out on my lunch break, got my 45 minutes in, came back. The market was doing what the market do. Because if I don't have money to invest, or I'm not planning on selling anything, it doesn't really matter, right? So it doesn't matter if you just sit there and stare at the screen and pray. Oh, that is the thing go up. It doesn't really matter. So you have to do what you need to do. If you decide, I'm going to sell this position based on whatever decisions you come up with, then you do it. If it gets to the point, you do it. But if not, you just hold on to it. And like I said, if you don't have margins, you're in great shape. You don't have to worry about stuff like I do, because I have margins, of course. As my position is going down, I'm like, okay, I'm getting close to this number that might affect, my margins, balance, that I might have to come up with money out of my pocket, but as the portfolio continues to grow, it's good, because like I said, we got dividend coming into the portfolio today. Portfolio is up today, $16,000 plus the dividend, that's going to be close to somewhere in the range of where we can be good and happy about the portfolio, and that's going to help my margin amount, right? Like I said, I'm trying to get to 60, and then the next month, a little bit at a time. If I can get to 50%, I'm already at 50%, so I can get to 60%. Not this month, but next month, and then the other months, and maybe I'll get to add another 5%, so I'll get to 65, 70, and that helps. That helps the portfolio, and with the market being down, it helps my portfolio So guys, be careful with margins. Like I always say, don't use it if you don't have to. Learn from my mistakes. And if you're gonna use it, try to use 30% of your margin buying power, and have ammunition for days like we had the past week. You know, when things were on sale, where you could just go ahead and buy. With that said, guys, I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your Friday. And let me know how much money you guys coming into your portfolio, guys. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice, okay? So let me know in the comments how much money you guys coming into your portfolio. Let me know in the Discord if you're part of the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link is in the description. So join the Discord and don't be shy. Comment. Feel free to ask questions and let's talk about it. Okay, guys? With that said, have a blessed Friday, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. Peace out.